Hi everybody, it's Christy Sparazza here, licensed clinical mental health counselor. I'm here because I wanted to share with you a technique that can be very successful to help decrease anxiety when you are feeling in the throes of it. So I wanted to give you an example from my own life. I used to be a school psychologist, and part of my job, a huge part of my job, was presenting in front of teams. And presenting in front of teams could be very anxiety provoking, especially if I was presenting in front of people who were coming to the school in a very unhappy or conflictual state. So one time I knew I had a very difficult meeting coming up. I was getting anxious about it. I needed to go in there and present my results, and the results that I was presenting was not what the parent wanted to hear, and I knew that. So I was having trouble sleeping the night before. So what I did was I got online and I was just looking around for different techniques to use because the breathing wasn't working for me at that moment. The meditation wasn't working. It was like 3 a.m. And so I found a cognitive therapy technique slash New Age affirmation technique to use. So what I did was I chose a statement that I would say over and over again. I didn't necessarily believe it 100% of the time, but I knew it was true. And I wanted to kind of trick my mind into believing that it was 100% true. And you can do that. You can actually say something over and over again that you might not feel, and eventually you're going to feel it. It's pretty amazing how that happens. It's sort of like the fake it till you make it kind of a thing. So my statement was, I know exactly what I'm talking about. That was the main statement. And then little statements would kind of appear around that statement. So what I did was before, when I got back into bed, and I just kept repeating that over and over. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I added more. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm competent. I'm smart. I've worked hard on this report. I want the best for everyone. My intentions are good. And I'm strong, solid, and confident. And I kept saying those things, and I was able to fall asleep. And then the next morning I woke up. I felt the little cortisol rush of anxiety. And I got up and I went into the bathroom and looked in the mirror, took a breath, and I said, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I worked hard on this report. I'm competent, I'm confident, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I kept repeating that as I got ready in the morning. And then I got in my car to drive to work, and I looked in the rearview mirror before I backed out, and I said the same thing. I drove to work, I got out of my car, got in my office. The meeting was first thing in the morning, so I could feel that rush of adrenaline, but I kept repeating to myself, I am competent. I worked hard on this. I know what I'm talking about. I have the best intentions for everyone. I can only do my best. And I walked into that meeting, and I remember the parent sitting across from me, and I looked into their eyes, and I said to myself, calmly, I am confident. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I worked hard on this, and I have the best intentions for everyone. And honest to God, my anxiety decreased. I felt a sense of groundedness and confidence. And you know what's really cool about it? When you feel it inside, everyone else feels it too. The parent was actually able to relax as well. And the meeting went so much better than I had worried about or that I had thought about initially. So I share this with you because in life we all have situations where we have to have difficult conversations, difficult moments. Use this technique when you get into that anxious bind. Find a statement that you can use that will help carry you through. It almost becomes like a friend coming with you to the situation, holding you and holding space for you and loving you the whole time. So you're not actually feeling alone and scared. You actually become your own best advocate. So I hope this serves you, and I hope that you can use it sometime in the future when you have that feeling of anxiety. If you want to hear more information about how to manage your anxiety, go to my website at christinesparazza.com. May you have peace in your body. May you have peace in your mind. And may you have peace in your heart. Namaste, and I will see you again soon.